Multicultural London. The contents: introduction, parts of London, places to see, Tower Bridge, London's famous museum, London's famous parks, and London Zoo. London is the capital of Great Britain. The full name of the country is United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Multicultural London. More than 270 nationalities make up the fabric of the city. Many have family roots in Africa and India, formerly governed by the British Empire, also predominantly white and Anglo-Saxon. More than a quarter of London's population is from an alternative ethnic background, making up half of Britain's largest non-white population of any European city and is an important part of its cosmopolitan field. If you walk down the street in Britain, especially in the bigger cities, you will usually see people with different hair, skin, and eye colors. They may have white, brown, or black skin and blonde, brown, black or red hair with blue, black, brown, and green eyes. Many of people you will see will be British people, but they all look different because the people of Britain are mixed race. Today, London is one of the largest cities in the world. Its population is more than 80 million. London is situated on the both sides of Thames River. There are 14 bridges across the Thames. Traditionally, London is divided into several parts. London is divided into 4 parts: the City, the West End, the East End, and the Westminster Abbey. The City. The city is the oldest part of London. It's financial and business center. There are many offices, companies, and banks in this part of the capital. The heart of the city is a stock exchange. During the day, the city has a population of 1 million. At night, the city is a different place. There is no traffic and very few people. It's quiet and empty. The Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey is regarded as the center of Westminster every year. In this lovely building, we can learn much about events of long ago. Most of the kings and queens of England since William the Conqueror have been crowned here, and you may see the ancient coronation chair. Many great men have been honored by burial in Westminster Abbey, and the church is full of memorials to kings, queens, statesmen, writers, scientists, and explorers. The West End of Westminster is the richest part of London. There are a lot of theaters, cinemas, and concert halls, large museums, the most luxurious hotels, and largest department stores, and the most famous shop. The most famous museum of wax figures is Madame Tussauds. It was opened in 1835. Thousands of famous people, artists, writers, inventors, politicians, and other celebrities have been created in wax. During the tourist season, waiting line can be very long. Tower Bridge. One of the famous bridges is Tower Bridge. It's a symbol of London. Tower Bridge was built in 1894 and it has 2 towers, each 65 meters high. Its length is 224 meters. Tower Bridge can open itself for ships going to the Atlantic Ocean. London famous museums. There are many museums in London. For example, the British Museum is a natural history museum. The Science Museum, the British Museum, is one of the most famous and well-known museums in the world, with its rich collection. It exhibits a lot of things from all over the world, from the prehistoric period of modern times. The British Museum is one of the most famous museums in the world with the richest collection, and it exhibits a lot of things from all over the world from prehistoric period of modern times. The most famous exhibits of the British Museum are the Passahonan sculptures and Rosetta Stone, the mummies of ancient Egypt. The entry to the museum is free, but for several special exhibitions you need tickets. London famous parks. The city of London is well known and famous for its large and beautiful parks. Hyde Park is the largest and largest of the London's Royal Park. It's about 2 kilometers long and over 1 kilometer wide. Hyde Park is a popular area for free time activities including jogging, running and horse riding. Speaker's Corner near the northeastern entrance of Hyde Park is a place where Londoners gather and listen to people who talk about all kinds of the things. London Zoo. London Zoo is the world's oldest scientific zoo. It was opened in London on 27 April 1828 and was originally intended to be used as a collection for scientific study. It was eventually opened to the public in 1847. Today it hosts a collection of 755 species of animals with 802 individuals, making it one of the largest collections in the United Kingdom. London Zoo is situated in Regent's Park, and the zoo is sometimes called Regent Zoo. So London is famous for its parks, for its zoo, for its museums, and it's the part of city. The city is very well known part of the London, and the West End is well known for its museums, theaters, and the parks. And the East End is a working people lived here. There are many offices and banks here. There are many fabrics, there are many plants in it. London has a diverse range of people and cultures, and more than 300 languages are spoken in the region. So London accounts for 13.4% in the United Kingdom population. London contains 4 World Heritage Sites: the Tower of London, Kew Gardens, the site comprising, and the Palace of Westminster, Westminster Abbey. You know, the Westminster Abbey is a well-known part of the London, and there are the famous scientists, inventors, historians are buried here. Thank you for your attention.